Hi everybody, it's Leah with Skin Beautiful RX. I'm so excited to be here today on NeoGenesis platform. I'm here today to tell you quite a few things about NeoGenesis, why I love their products so much, both personally and professionally. I'm going to go over my morning skincare routine, which is why I'm barefaced right now. I'm going to do my full morning skincare routine with NeoGenesis products. And then as a licensed esthetician who regularly, daily uses NeoGenesis products in office for my in-office facials, I'm going to go over just a few tips that I've implemented into my protocols that have really made a lasting impression and impact on my client's skin that hopefully either help you as an esthetician, or these tips can help you for just being at home and being able to implement these products into your routine. So first, what I want to tell you guys a little bit about NeoGenesis is I love their technology for somebody who has similar skin to mine. So I did struggle, sometimes still do. I had a little too much wine last night, so I'm a little red. Have rosacea and just very sensitive skin. This is going to be the perfect line for you if you have those issues, as well as if you have clientele with those issues. I definitely find as an esthetician, those clients that have very similar skin to mine definitely gravitate towards me in the treatment room. So what's really awesome about NeoGenesis is that there are a growth factor stem cell protein line, which is very rejuvenating for the skin. And it's not just for rosacea. We can rejuvenate accelerated aging conditions, we can tighten folds and lines, and we can really truly heal acne just with these amazing formulations. So it's really amazing to be able to utilize these in the treatment room and at home. So NeoGenesis technology has the ability to neutralize para-inflammation, which is why I personally love it for my skin and my clients who have skin like mine. Para-inflammation is the chronic redness in our skin, whether it be from rosacea or if you just kind of always look a little red and sensitive. What's also amazing about NeoGenesis is they actually use exosome technology. Exosome technology is basically like a transportation vehicle of all of these amazing active ingredients. They transport them deep into the skin where they are dispersed and needed. Without a proper delivery of growth factor proteins and stem cell proteins, because they are a very large molecule, a lot of brands, while they may use really great technology and growth factors, they don't have the delivery system to support getting it deep into the tissues where it's needed. So this is what's really special to me about NeoGenesis, is that they have this really amazing delivery vehicle that not only delivers deep into the skin, as it's gently gliding through the tissues, it can also release these stem cell proteins and these rejuvenating actives into cells where it's needed. So it's like really smart technology that I'm just so impressed with, and your skin will reflect that as well. The last thing before I get too skin nerdy, that I did want to also acknowledge about how sophisticated their growth factors are is that it has the ability to mirror your actual natural growth factors in the area that you have in your skin. So these growth factors have the ability to mimic our natural growth factors in our skin. So they're super gentle, and of course our skin is going to be able to utilize them because they understand the way they're working, because it's mirroring our own cells. So it's just so special of a product and the technology. Dr. McGuire is just so smart. I love listening to him. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started into my morning skincare routine before I start geeking out. So what I have already done is I have cleansed with the NeoGenesis Cleanser. I love this cleanser for myself because it is a gel consistency. I love gels so much because they're non-stripping, and the NeoGenesis Cleanser feels so good. It's actually very cooling to me on the skin, and you can remove makeup, You can remove deep impurities without having to strip your skin. You never want to use a cleanser that when you get out of the shower or after you use the cleanser, you feel tight or you have to like make faces to kind of loosen your skin. That means that has stripped your barrier and long term will lead to inflammation. So we never want a cleanser that does that. We want a cleanser like NeoGenesis that removes the impurities, that removes the day, removes your makeup, and still keeps the natural pH of your skin balanced. So I've already used my cleanser. So I'm gonna go right into my NeoGenesis Recovery. I actually need a new one. I'm almost out, but NeoGenesis Recovery has been a staple in my routine for a very long time. This is one product that I just love so much. I also love Booster, which is just slightly more hydrating to me. It has an ingredient that's like the cousin basically of hyaluronic acid, but it just feels so beautiful on the skin. I am using Recovery because after my skin cancer removal, I have been solely using Recovery on my scar, because the best thing you can ever do for a scar, a surgical scar or any scar, is use NeoGenesis Recovery, because the high amount of rejuvenating ingredients in this formula, and again, it's going to mimic your natural way of how your skin heals. Your skin will heal so beautifully. So having skin cancer was one of the most traumatizing things, which is really, you know, was unexpected to me. I'm an esthetician and I'm around it all the time, but when it's actually you, it's just a completely different animal. And because of NeoGenesis Recovery, I honestly didn't think that I would ever look the same. My scar was so big all the way across my forehead and had actually keloided. And, you know, after being in the industry 10 years, taking really great care of my skin, I was like, this is how it happens. Like, I'm going to have this huge scar across my forehead. But I have to say, the reason that I was able to really work on the scar so well is because of NeoGenesis Recovery. So this product will always be in my routine. I love it so much. So the first thing I always do is I put a little bit first on my finger, and I do this for scars. So I highly recommend, if you have a scar as well, you do this. I massage just the tiniest little amount directly into my scar. This has helped the keloid of my scar completely flatten. So I no longer am keloided, and you can see, like, of course the scar is still there, but it looks so good to me. And then what I will do is take another just tiny drop, because I should do it this way, tiny drop, and I will mix it either with the NeoGenesis Mist, or I will mix it with Revision Line Relaxer. And this is just a way to, or I'll mix it with like a peptide serum, and then I'll go ahead and apply it all over. And just so you guys watching know, I massage my skin. It's so healthy for your skin to massage products in. There's no problems with like pulling or tugging. I get that asked a lot, and actually no, when you're inducing circulation due to massage, it's actually really beneficial, because we're bringing nutrients and we're bringing blood flow into the area. So I will get a little pink and red during my application. Don't let that scare you, because that's actually good and it's completely normal. Plus, I'm very sensitive. I'm a little flower, so redness will happen for my skin type. So after the cleanser and after the recovery mixed with a little bit of peptide hyaluronic acid serum and applied to the skin, I then use just a little bit of regenerating skin nectar from Elastin. And this is an anhydrous formula, meaning it lacks water. So it can be a little almost weird to feel on the skin. So if it is, or you really want to massage it in well, I just go back with a little bit of my NeoGenesis Mist, and I then work that into the skin as well. And all of these products are focusing on, one, collagen repair, rejuvenating the skin, and reducing inflammation, which is so important. Like, NeoGenesis products alone are amazing for reducing inflammation, but I always like to just take it one step further. So everything I put on my face is very calming and reparative. The next thing I do is use my NeoGenesis eye serum. And the one thing I do want to note is that when you get your product, if you're new to the product, you definitely want to make sure you activate it. So you have to turn it and you'll feel it click in order to dispense product. You also want to remove this little white cap. I would keep the cap because it just makes the product stay a little fresher, a little longer. And I just dispense the tiniest amount onto the tip of my finger. I replace the tip in the lid. This is hard to do in front of a camera. And then all I do is just kind of pat it in between my fingers. You really need the tiniest amount. I probably use too much. And I gently first press it into the skin. I always do above the eyes. That's why I also like this product too, because it is totally fine to put above the eyes. And then I even put a little around my lips. I mean, I'm not a smoker. I try not to drink out of a straw, but as we age, just the constant movement of our lips too will really start to have like little crinkles around our lips. So I always even use that around my lips to try and prevent the collagen loss and the rejuvenation and tightening in that area. So when you use this product, you'll immediately feel the tightening and cooling effect. And this works so well with other products, with concealers, like whatever you need to use in your morning routine or night routine. You can even, if you feel like you need a little bit more hydration, if you want like a creamy consistency on top, just using a really nice, like hydrating, moisturizing eye cream on top is fine. There'll be no rolling, no pilling, because NeoGenesis eye serum just works so well and it immediately sinks into the skin. So after that, I use my Skin Better Alto mixed with a little bit of like an oxygenation serum. And this, again, both of these are going to work. And both of these, again, are going to work on redness. They're going to work on repair. And they're going to work on, both of these products are going to work on redness. They're going to work on repair. And they're going to work on the overall health of my skin because it's going to fight oxidative damage and blue light. So I just mix those together. And again, first I pat and then I massage into the skin. If you have been following me for a while, you know how much I love not only NeoGenesis Recovery, but how much I love their moisturizers. And the moisturizer that I always switch to in the summer is NeoGenesis Light Moisturizer. This is such a like luxuriously feeling product without being heavy, and it still has a whisper of their technology to just continue their overall efforts for completely rejuvenating and healing our skin. What I think I forgot to mention about recovery also is how great it is for pore size. And as we age, I think a lot of people associate like pore size with being oily, which it is an absolute reason we're oily, or having a lot of congestion, which it is. But as we age, the loss of firmness and laxity in our skin also leads to large pores. So if you are experiencing large pores because of that, and that's my reason, I'm not overly oily and I don't have a lot of congestion, but with mine, it's just natural aging process, then Recovery is the perfect product for mature skin with large pores due to laxity and loss of firmness. Recovery, there's like not a better product that will help with that issue because it lifts and tightens, and as it lifts and tightens, it makes that pore nice and tight and like puts it back where it belongs. So the next product, is the NeoGenesis Light Moisturizer. I love this. It smells so good. Like all their products smell amazing, and they don't use fragrance. All their products are just so luxurious for being medical. So, you know, a lot of products will have that very clinical, which I like that smell too, very clinical smell. These, oh, they smell so good. And especially when you have skin like mine that's very sensitive, you definitely don't want a lot of fragrance in the products. You almost like have an aversion to it. But NeoGenesis made sure that their products are not only luxurious, they're not only healing and reparative, but they have such a nice light smell that will not hurt your skin. In fact, you'll love these products because of it. So after my light moisturizer, the next thing I do is, of course, I always double protect my scar. Scar tissue actually burns much quicker, much easier because it's that fresh tissue. So I do use a Skin Better stick on it, which is an SPF of 56, and I again just massage that into my scar. If I'm having like a lot of redness in my cheeks because of my rosacea, I'll also just put a little over those areas because the #1 trigger for rosacea is the sun. And then I go ahead and just put on the rest of my SPF on my face. And again, all the NeoGenesis products just work so well with makeup, with SPF. You will not have any issues with rolling or pilling. Like, it's just such a beautiful product. When you're putting on your SPF, you'll want to make sure you get your lids. Seen the worst scars from skin cancer on the lids and eyes, so you really do not want to miss those areas. Tip of the nose, down the tip of the nose, of course your earlobes. And then that is it. That is my morning routine. So it just gives you your skin such a hydrated, glowy, soft look. No need for makeup. And it's not only like such a beautiful finish for like a really natural look, but you're actually not only fixing damage, age-related damage, but you're being proactive so you don't get more. The last thing I do is I just spritz. I'm just being so extra right now with a hair oil, and then I'm out the door. Ready to go see clients. I'm out the door, and that was my morning routine.